Statistics use data in order to put it into a form that's easier to understand than just lines and lines of numbers that are fairly confusing. There are ways of organizing the data. We did tally charts. We did the stem and leaf plot. We did a line plot. All of these systems took data that was disorganized and gave it to us in a chronological order. Well, there's another way to do it. The box and whisker plot not only organizes the data, it also gives us a picture of how the data looks in relationship to each other. So first of all, I took the raw data and transferred it to a stem and leaf plot so we could get our numbers in an orderly fashion. Our data that's randomly shown has very little value to actually working with it. So we must put our data in a chronological order. Since the data now is transferred to the stem and leaf plot, we don't really need to have it anymore. We're finished with this part of it. We'll do a 50, 51, 51, 52, 68. Now that I've transferred it, I have to check again. Hopefully I'll still have all 22 items, because this is, when we're going back and forth like this, it's very easy to make a human error. So we're going to check ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, we're good with that. So now that our data is transferred here, we are finished with our stem and leaf. Now that our data is in chronological order, we can see our smallest value here and our highest value here. So we're going to need a number line that starts with a 50 and goes to 68. So our first value here would be 50, 66, 67, 68. Here's my end one. And this, of course, the number line goes on forever, so I put my arrows on the two sides of the number line. So this number line now shows the smallest value and the largest value on a number line. We're going to be looking for our median numbers in our set of data. And median is middle, so we're going to be going to find the middle of this data set. There are 22 items in this. We could divide this by 2 and count over 11. 11 from the back to the middle and 11 from the front to the middle. Or, if you prefer, you can take it in pairs, a low and a high, cross out a low and a high, a low and a high, and go along with it. But in data that's this numerous, it's really easy to do it this way as well. So I'm going to take this shortcut and count over 11 from the 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11 from the front to the middle. And now let's count 11 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That 11 gives it here. So our middle number is 58. It's on both sides of it. It's repeated there. We're kind of lucky on that one to get it that way. So on our box and whisker, we're going to find 58. So here's 55, 56, 57, 58, and just draw a line. This is the middle at 58. This now divides our data into two separate sections. The first half of it and the second half of it, that is the middle line. Coming back here, our data was right there, divided the first part of it from the last part. Now we're going to take the median of the first half and the median of the second half. I'll do it in a different color so you can see this. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 in this section. So I'm going to do another halfway mark for the 11. I'm going to divide that by 2, and that gives me 5, because 5 times 2 is 10, and 1/2. So I'm only going to be able to count over the whole number. So this time it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the number that comes between them is our midpoint of the first half. So coming over to our chart again, we're going to find 53 on our number line, which is 51, 52, 53 right here. Now let's find the midpoint of the second half of the data. Again, we know that we're going to be counting over 5 because there are 11 pieces of data in the back half too. So starting here at the middle of the whole point of data, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the back, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the number that's between them is 63. So 63 now comes over to our box and whisker, 61, 62, 63. The rest of this is just connecting these lines. We're going to have a box here and here. This is the box part of our data. Most of these numbers fall within these positions on the number line. And the numbers that are lower and higher become the whiskers. So this part is the box. This is the box. And these lines right here, these are the whiskers. Those are the whiskers. And this shows you how the data looks. This data looks on a number line. You've got 4 positions. This number line from 50 to 68 is divided into 4 separate parts. That's called quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. So your box has quartiles 2 and 3, those are the middle ones, and the whiskers are quartile 1 and 4.